What's up, YouTube? Cuhmunity Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now we got another video we gonna do a reaction to. We got Bricc baby speaking on Cuhmunity World, and it's kind of strange because he's like apologizing, but he continues to throw insults out there. So I don't know, but when I caught that, I said I definitely need to go ahead and react to that with the Dice crew. So I stopped right there, and I'm gonna finish it up with y'all. So let's do it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Keep it a Benji for me. If not, don't jump in. Let's rock.
To AD and Cuhmunity, cause we good. You know what I mean? Everybody over there, we good. We stand where we stand. You know what I mean? I had a talk with AD. Keyways gonna do what Keyways do, cause you know what I'm saying? Mother don't like the fact that I said niggas did some hoe shit. Now, me, I'ma just go over it. I ain't gonna stick. This ain't to put no new aroma in the air or nothing. Me personally, I come from the get cracking or shut up era, right? So when you see me not responding and all that, if a nigga didn't get cracking, like, for instance, when the Snoopy back.
See, one thing I don't respect from Bricc baby or a lot of other people that's speaking on that situation is like everybody is creating this narrative or painting this picture like Pun or the Ace Boys and them was just literally picking on somebody and was bullying somebody, when it's like that's just far from the truth. It's like they approach the situation before the situation can even go good or bad. Desto Dub didn't even give it opportunity, you know? So for him to do all the carrying on like he did from an outside perspective, it looks crazy. But it's also like, quit painting these pictures like Pun and them was just breathing down Desto Dub neck, calling him all kind of names, just had him pinned up in the corner, but they just wouldn't get active. That's the picture that they keep painting, when the whole situation is just they trying to approach and they won't even let them approach. So it's like sometimes, you know, marking a person out, you know, proving a person to not be who they act like they are is a win itself. And you know, everybody trying to make these situations up, but how many of these individuals that's like trying to call out the behavior of the Ace Boys, can they prove them to be what they feel about it? Like, can somebody prove them to be hoes, or can they get proved to be teed? Because I don't think none of these people that be saying that stuff can prove that to them. And I just feel like it sounds good and you want to sound like you tough, but it wasn't really a situation that they could have did something tougher than what they actually did, and they chose not to do it, and they just went to doing a lot of clout chasing. I mean, even AD co-signed the fact that they wasn't going to put out no film, and they only spoke on stuff because it's other people who had cameras that linked their footage. But for they end, they didn't just grab a gang of footage or create a lot of footage themselves just to put it out there to go viral. So I really don't understand that.
Occurred at the office, and we got into it. The security guards pulled me back. I never got action at getting my man, right? So I didn't come.
That's cap. Because no matter what we all didn't witness, like Bricc baby is big about this story. He be, you know, what took place with him and Snoopy Badass behind the scenes. We don't know nothing about that. But you talking about when you was in reach to get your man, you was close enough to get your man with Snoopy Badass when he was verbally assaulting you and disrespecting you. And pretty much like disrespecting one of the people that you call your friends. Talking about Slim 400. You was able to accept that. But all of a sudden, when it come to Cuhmunity and them, you just the gatekeeper to being standing on business or handling your business or just really taking stuff to the further extent. If you ain't gonna take it there to the further extent, then you shouldn't even be having an altercation. That's the type of energy you trying to deliver. But what proof do we have about you? Every time the camera come on with you, Bricc baby, it's never really doing something that stand up, being tough, being honorable. You had more energy for Flacco when he was on the phone insulting you and sharpening him, and you wasn't even in that room, but you walked in there and you took your energy to a whole top tier level with Flacco. But a person like Snoopy Badass can offend you in your face and you kept it professional. So that's why I just don't be agree with none of these people that be trying to sway the crowd, sway their viewers and their audience, man. We keep it a Benji, if nothing else.
Out of there, oh, I got a W, and I wasn't bragging about it because, you know what I mean, I was more upset, like, that we even exposed our hand.
And then I didn't see nobody from Cuhmunity World, Community, or whatever. I didn't see none of them come out bragging like they did something to somebody. They was more so like, you know, they did actually earn the position to brag because everybody's tough until people meet in person. So when everybody's tough until they meet in person, and then when they meet people in person, it's a lot of running and a lot of peace treating. So they do got the right to brag, but that's just not what they even doing. They just really just speaking on the situation that got leaked out.
Couldn't get it in, cuz, so, you know what I mean? I be on like that, so when I see a mother trying to get a camera angle on him pressing something and he don't get off, and I don't know, they say they was just pulling up to talk and my boys start backing up, so we gonna get into that part.
And then the cold part is, right, everybody trying to belittle Ace Boy Trey, punning them, whatever, AD and them, just because it sound good. But at the end of the day, it's like, what do you want somebody to do to a person that's not even trying to meet that energy? I mean, Dub wasn't trying to fight. So it's like, if punning him would have did something to him and he wasn't trying to fight, then everybody would have just been calling them bullies. So it's not really no win when it comes to these outside viewers' perspective. That's just my thought on it, you know? Because they give a person a break, then they just did too much, you know? If they would have put their hands on a person who was being scared, then they would have been bullies and all this and this and that. So to me, it's just, I think a lot of people is just liking to hear they self talk and trying to end up talking they self on a certain side of the fence that they feel like might be beneficial for them tomorrow.
Awesome. So they say they just pulled up to talk. That's what AD say on the horn, cuz on 6-7. Cuz wasn't on no buster shit. Cuz was keeping the G at the same time. You know what I'm saying? My 2-seat nigga, cuz don't stand on what he stand on, cuz, you know what I mean? But it was like, all right, if you was going to talk, that's one thing. Make that generally known to everybody that you was going to talk, because
I mean, everybody that spoke on the situation then made it very clear that the only thing that they was trying to do was talk. It's like everybody want to try to dissect what Pun and them was doing so much, but nobody want to dissect what Desto did, you know? It's like you doing PC moves. You doing all this stuff that brought all this unwanted attention. You know, you didn't know how to carry yourself in a decent manner. All it took was for you to stand up and stand for something and be a man. You talking about you your own man and you not your own man. You your own person. Because a man stand for something. And you got treated like a person. You ain't get treated like no man. The way Desto Dub carried himself is like, I don't think nobody want to hang with him. I don't know. He'll let a person snatch his girl purse or something. I don't know. That's the energy he carried on.
if you going off a nigga talking and you getting in arm's reach and you a big old nigga and you didn't put nothing down to me, you didn't represent the C's right. So, hood.
Bricc, baby, I can't understand you to try to even create that narrative. First off, what part in the film did you see where anybody was just in direct arm reach with Desto Dub? You just mad because your friend didn't even give them a chance to get in arm's reach. Stop making it worse. And then you talking about didn't rep the C's right. You just trying to flip the narrative because everybody is not appreciating your conduct when it comes to the C. Ain't nobody that's on some real Crip shit or this, that, and the third had a problem with what they did. You the only person trying to even bring that up like they represented the Crips wrong. Stop the shenanigans, man. You gonna get yourself in a problem that you ain't gonna be ready for because you want to cop please, but you want to be insulting. I done said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Whatever drugs you doing, if you are or not, you need to get a hold of yourself. That's just some advice, man.
You get what I'm saying, nigga? That mission is over. Like, it's a burnt mission. Didn't nobody win out of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dub started backing up. Dub alleged had his jury on at the show by himself, no security, 4 niggas around him because he backing up. The rule to squabbling more niggas than you is never let a nigga get behind you. You get what I'm saying? So if a nigga gonna get cracking, which I don't think me in the position that I'm in, I would have been able to back up. But I be like on some whole different shit. This is businessman. This is a nigga that's conducting business. He pulling up to make a drop off. Him and AD got a cool relationship. So AD homeboys coming at him out of the blind. I can see that throwing.
First off, it should be nothing that's in the blind when you saying that you a part of No Jumper. And there shouldn't be nothing in the blind when it come to running across a person that's a part of that Cuhmunity umbrella. Because it's a lot of disrespect getting thrown that way. So that's like, it's no excuse. And if Desto Dub was caught in the blind, the only way he could have got caught in the blind is if he would have cleared that up on public record or call AD and all them and talk to them behind the scenes and let them all know like they don't rock with what Adam doing and he don't stand with they disrespect. With that disrespect that he putting out there. That was the only way they could have caught him off guard. But when you kikiing and laughing and being okay and making slick comments and just riding down with a person or being seen with a person, standing next to a person, adding on more exposure to a person when he disrespecting a whole other group of people, nah, homie, you should be very mindful. And I also feel like, he wasn't caught in the blind because he took off trying to run or something before they can even approach. So that means somewhere down the line in the back of his mind, he know he sided up or participated in something or did something or said something that can possibly be offending the Cuhmunity people. Because when you first start seeing them and you start running, that's because you feel that way within yourself.
His head off a little bit because I know my boy keep his head out of certain politics. Everybody want to see me cover this situation, so I'm gonna cover it in depth. I'm not about to yell. I'm not about to do all this. I don't have nothing to do with the shit. It wasn't me. It was Desto Dub. He his own man. If he want to go, do whatever he gonna do, or however he gonna play it, he gonna play it. But me as a No Jumper employee and a Keyway at the same time, bro. My whole thing about I pray a nigga keep that energy.
And then I'm going to say this too. Bricc, baby, you don't make the C look good because you shouldn't have never got on that platform and you called a bunch of Crips. You try to refer to their actions as like hoe-like. Like they was on some being like hoes. And that ain't being no C. You siding up against a gang of Crips for, I don't know. They saying Desto Dub saying he don't gang bang. So you gonna side up with a person who don't gang bang, and you siding up with Adam 22 against a gang of Crips, and Pun done already threw the warning out there months ago and said we all don't need to be having no Crip on Crip problem just behind this podcast stuff or whatever mess Adam 22 is creating. Been keeping it honorable about that blue team. You the only one who keep just straddling the fence. When you gonna show some loyalty or stand for something when it comes to the real Crip shit? Cause even this video is just really you picking and throwing rocks and hiding your hand at some more Crips and defending some people that did wrong. That's all you really doing.
Is exactly what I said. Motherfuckers talk about prayers get answered and all that. We gonna put all that out because I guess it's a misunderstanding. So me and Cuhmunity, we
see, how is it a misunderstanding when you said what you said? You was tough, you was disrespectful, you insulted them, and then they met that energy. Ace Boy Trey said what he said, and now you talking about, oh, we gonna get an understanding, things is clear, oh, it was misunderstood. What do you mean? Either you say what you mean and mean what you say, or you just be chatting. So to me, yeah, you keep representing the C wrong. You representing the C wrong. Don't be pointing no fingers at Cuhmunity world. You look wrong.
Straight. But a motherfucker ain't approaching me with that type of energy on the streets without getting off because I would have forced the nigga's hand, is what I was saying. I'm going to force your hand. I'm going to order what you, so what you, and all that, cuz I'm 6'0", so I'm like a whole different disrespectful nigga. And therefore, I just didn't like what I said. And of course, that being my family member, that also being AD's family member, it just seemed kind of out of pocket, cuz, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all get into it with Adam on 6'0", y'all Crips on the dead homies, cuz y'all go get Adam, go holla at Adam, whatever y'all gotta do with Adam. We don't be sitting here, I don't even know who the Ace Boys is. I always ask where it's Cuz from. I never met Cuz, never met Pun or Trey before. I don't know where them niggas from. I just found out one from Insane, one from Southside. Alright, that's cool.
And see, even though Bricc keep acting like he just totally unaware where the Ace Boys and them is from, people will interpret that as an insult, because if you just a fan, viewer, if you dislike them, whatever you call it, you got to be aware of who they are and where they from, because it's always in the content. Even if it's not purposely done, it's always in the content from somewhere. Like, you know, I keep up with them and mess with them. And you know, I'm talking about from an outside perspective, not saying that I don't understand what's going on from the direct part, from the streets and where we all come from, but I'm just saying from an outside viewing in, you can gather these things from just, you know, keeping up with their content. They always stand for what they stand on. Like I say in the joke, you might have jokes out there, you know, you might, man, I don't even want to just go on and bring up all them scenarios to where they be pretty much clearing up where they from. But it's like, come on, man, stop it.
Right, that's straight. Dead homies. But at the end of the day, I'm going to draw a line in the sand every time about my people. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to do too much talk about it. I ain't going to linger around on the situation. Shout out AD, shout out the Cuhmunity. We straight. And it's the last time we gonna bump heads over podcasting. That go for Back on Feed. That go for any gang member. That go for Cuhmunity. That go for any gang platform in LA. On the dead homies. What niggas do on the clock and what niggas do on their own time, start separating that shit, bro. Because I'm not going to be here to be the bigger man every single time. I can't promise that, because I can't.
See, like I always been saying, you just ain't comfortable with being yourself in your own skin. If you want to be humble and want to be cool and be all about respect, stick to that. But quit straddling in the fence. It's like you team peace, and then the next thing you throwing shots and you throwing slick remarks out there. Like you making it seem like you being the bigger person. Like if you don't be the bigger person, it's gonna be some consequences or something that somebody gonna have to face. And I don't agree with that, because everybody be ready to meet any energy and stand up. It just seemed like Bricc Baby the only person that don't keep up with his his deal of the bargain when he disrespect people. What are you being the bigger man for? You don't want called them hoes. Ace Boy Trey said what he said. You didn't reach out and want no fade. You wanted to understand it. So quit making all these weird scenarios up, like you like it's gonna be problems or the whole stuff gonna fall apart or erupt like a volcano if Bricc Baby don't want to be a bigger man. It's just a big joke, man. And I'm not saying what you are in the streets or how you carry yourself or how everybody view you. Don't know Bricc Baby personally and directly. But when we speaking on what he's been showing since I've been watching him, I'm going to speak on that and keep it a Benji about that.
I promise you that I'm going to just nip shit in the bud and do all that shit. I am new to the media space, so I do, you know what I mean? I am going to give passes and give, you know what I mean? Because
I don't understand that. It don't seem like you gave out a pass to anybody, Bricc Baby. It seemed like, you got a pass from Snoopy Badass. He opened up the door for y'all to have a problem. You accepted that. You didn't want no problem. Geechee Gotti and them told Adam and them to take his name and all kind of stuff off titles and keep his name out of stuff. Y'all took that down, settled that. Even Compton Rick Rock said enough. You didn't really want no fade about it. You kept it content. And then you disrespected the Ace Boys and them. And then, Ace Boy Trey said what he said. Now you on here acting like you cool and you don't want no problem. So it's like, keep that shit a Benji, man.
Some people do shit for content. Some people do shit for other shit. We don't know. That one didn't seem like they was trying to get cracking, because they would have got cracking. So we gon' even it out, and we just gonna say, shout out Cuhmunity. Shout out my boy AD. If it wasn't for AD, a lot of shit probably would be haywire right now, because I'm not gonna put it out there and people like, oh, don't let him trick you into this shit. It ain't even that. It's like, I know how to keep y'all name out of my mouth. I know how not to say, oh, this nigga and these people around there. If you say them people at No Jumper and them Buster ass No Jumper niggas and this, that, and the other, that happens to be me. I happen to work at No Jumper, so you know what I mean? Motherfucker need to put an address on what they saying, or just don't speak at all on the nigga situation, and we'll be straight.
And I agree with that too. As long as you dissing a group of people, an umbrella, a building, company, whatever, when you start just throwing rocks at that building, then you affect everybody in it. If you trying to dismantle a business or a company that pay people pockets and people eat off of that, then you trying to take the food off people's table. You know what I mean? If you want to throw insults and you want to make it feel and make it seem like that brand or whatever you call that, whatever group, whatever a person's a part of, if you want to throw disrespectful terms at it, then you throwing disrespectful terms at everybody who aligned with that. And I'm not saying that Cuhmunity and them ain't aware of that, but I'm just saying that for any case, you know what I mean? Like, like if you say F No Jumper, then, that do go for Bricc Baby. If you got something to say about Cuhmunity and them, then, you got to be mindful to be aware of anybody from there having a problem with you.
So with that being said, we moving on. And Bricc always in the middle of something. My bad, man. Don't be late, man. Y'all still tapped in? Because I am, man. Yeah, I mean, the fumble of the week on the Dead Homies. The fumble of the week is, what's her name?
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video, share the video so the message can spread a little bit more. Don't forget to keep the comments a Benji. If not, don't jump in there, and subscribe if you a new viewer so you can be a part of the Dice crew and you can keep up whenever we drop that content. Shout out to everybody though, man. Shout out to No Jumper. Shout out to Cuhmunity World. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.